What is up, everyone? We are back with another What Makes It Great with me and Kish. Kish, what do we have today?
Hey, today, the week of Spotify Wrapped, we thought we'd bring you the world's most listened to song of the year, Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso.
Yes, let's go. And this one's a really fun one. Everybody's heard it at this point, right? So
yeah, if you haven't heard it, then I don't know what you've been doing because it's been everywhere this year. So yeah, let's check it out. We're going to break it down as always and try and listen at some tips that you can take into your own music. That's really the aim of this experience. And if we miss any tips, just let us know, and we'd love to hear what you like about this song as well.
Yes.
But without further ado, let's hear it.
That's nice. Yeah, no, I really like the song. It's so well written. I think that's the thing. And I mean, should we address the elephant in the room immediately? I guess that a lot of people have been seeing on social media also that the intro to this song and basically one of the building blocks for this song is a loop. They can be found on Splice. Here we have it. It's from Oliver. Major shout out, by the way. Oliver, huge in the production scene. You can learn so much from using his loops. Yes, let's just listen to it. I mean, honestly, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Oliver's speciality is making sure that you definitely get everything, like your head bopping, like just getting into that vibe. Incredibly well made, so incredibly talented. But with that said, also want to say, yeah, there is no shame in using loops. That is how it looks like right now. Our entire I think a lot of people think that it's cheating, and I totally understand that because I was in the same boat in the past. But when you start to get to a certain point in your music production, you want to make sure you have creative momentum. You want to make sure that the song is done. You want to make sure that you have like something that keeps on inspiring you throughout. So having a simple loop to just drag in and just use that either as guidance or as something as strong as a building block for the entire production is completely fine. You want to make sure you want to have velocity in today's music scene also. So finding ideas from other places, and honestly, it's a legitimate thing. Like you can use these loops, you pay whoever made the loop to use it, and license are cleared. You don't have to sample anything random. You don't have to go through a bunch of legal stuff. Everything's handled. I almost cursed. But anyway, shout out to Oliver. Yeah, really passionate about this topic. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree, Adam. Like every producer goes through that journey of realizing that at first they learn a bit of music, then they don't want to use loops. And then I myself at one point was like, hey, I see a lot of other people doing this. Why can I not use this to elevate my music? And we often have certain skill sets as producers. So understanding where your weaknesses are and using loops to fill your weaknesses is a major key. And I think also, like, to add on, not just the point about velocity that you mentioned, it's a case of like, there's so many things that need to happen from hearing that loop to get to this quality of a song as well.
Oh yeah.
And I think even while we were listening to a lot of the things that stood out to me that I want to bring up in this video weren't really even to do with the loop as much. They were built on top of the loop. And so I think, again, no shame in using them, but then there's so much more to making a successful song as well.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. No, this is an expertly written song already. Like, sure, there was a building block there, and I don't want to get stuck on that for too long because there's so much more going on in this song.
Exactly. Well, if I can jump in with like one of the first things that I think is really worth calling out in this track, it is the use of drum fills. And like, you don't hear it too much in like all genres. In disco, this sort of genre, you do. But for me, I think when I was listening to this track, they had fills in the middle of the verse, fills just before the chorus. In tactical places, they had like small drum variations. And in live music, this is a big thing, right? But it feels like when we've gone into the digital world, fills aren't as common, or they've been replaced with other tricks, which is fun. But the impact of a good drum fill, like, really just carries you into the next section.
Yeah. Definitely. No, it's huge. I mean, having a drum, it just makes it feel so much more alive because it's like, it changes. It's not the same drum fill constantly. Like, you're just tossing in. It feels like you have a real drummer there. And I think that that's the thing that we kind of lost with the whole digital era, is that like, just, okay, what can I draw in to make this interesting?
Yeah, I always want to solo it and try find like there was one in the middle of the verse that really carried me to the second half of the verse.
Yeah, I think it's that thickened part that you see that right there on at 21, or
21,
like a little bit before 21.
There we are. Yeah. And then if you hear it in the context. Oh, no, that's the chorus. Let's see if we can find the verse. There we are.
Yeah.
That one there. Listen to how long that drum fill is.
It's long.
And you're still in the verse.
Yeah.
That was really good. And
So
they use it
good.
at multiple points throughout the song as well.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, the drums in general in this song is so good. It's so groovy. Like, I think also, shameless plug, I just put out how to do disco drums in as the producer series. So check that out if you need to. But
hey, that's good timing, actually. Yeah,
really well crafted drums, and I think that just the sound choice here is so well done. It's like you can hear it's like a thick snare and like that thick kick. Fills out everything, and then the groove is like in the hi-hats. But one trick that I think is so like it's so amazing is just that the snare and clap, they are shifted a little bit, so you get that long transient, and that slows the beat, what makes you groove a little bit more, so like it tumbles a little bit extra.
Snare first, then clap after. Is that weird?
I think that's generally the thing. Like, you shift it, like, just it's by a couple of just ticks, but yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Either or, I can't remember specifically in which direction it was, but you can hear it. Like, one of them is shifted a little bit to come a little bit off.
Completely. And while we're on the note of the drums, there's this one percussive sound that that's playing an offbeat rhythm, which carries this so much and stands out in the mix. It's funny because I think you know which one I'm talking about.
But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like,
there it is.
It's like the offbeat. It's doing what a hi-hat might do, but it's like... But that, when you hear it in the mix, you can still hear it. And for me, that was really like a good use of a percussive element. Give the track that forward momentum as well as part of the drums.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, And also like on the whole kind of groove package, like not to forget the bass together with the drums here, like groove wise sounds fantastic. Like just if we listen to the two of them.
Stop it.
Oh. Just this is like stinky as is.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You feel it immediately. And I think that's
live as well. Like that's
just that little ghost notes that you can hear. Like they're and ghost notes for those of you that don't know, it's like those tiny short notes that like are only there really for the rhythm rather than being there for carrying the note that it is playing. So great, amazing there.
Yeah, and I think you can't emulate that with trying to program it in MIDI. In my opinion, I think that sort of bass line. At least I've not heard it done well without a live bass player, because even the sort of gliding of the hearing the sort of string sound, the little artifacts, the ghost notes, like you say, that feeling really comes from live instruments, I think.
Or at the very least, I just feel like it's a live player like that has the like it could be a really good like soulful keyboard player that could have done this kind of. But drawn in, I don't think that's is.
Yeah, exactly.
That took a lot of work if that was the case. Somebody was like shifting tiny details and notes and stuff. Like, I don't know, did this song take 4 years? Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, literally just the bass line, bass line.
But now that we are running out of time, so should we go to the main event, which is Sabrina herself?
Let's do it. What stood out to you about her vocals?
Oh, so something that is, because I mean, Sabrina has a very kind of like tender voice, but the mix here is so rich. You can hear the airiness coming through her voice, and it really cuts through the mix and makes sure that she always stands on top, right, over the entire production. Yeah, and then one thing, especially when it comes to, and shout out to everybody who wrote this, Amy Allen, Julian Bunetta, Steph Jones, and Sabrina herself. Like,
yes,
the switch up in rhythms throughout the entire track, clean. Like first verse, long notes, like in the bridge or whatever, speeding it up, making sure that the rhythms are a little bit more like syncopated and stuff. Then we get to the chorus, which is like one of, I mean, the greatest hook of the year, you can argue, right?
Yeah. I think for me, it's a combination of like the rhythm and her vocal tonality. And I think like with singers, like if a different singer sang this, it may not have done the job, because like the sort of texture of someone's voice you can't replicate. And I think that's what's really interesting. Like I was watching Rhythm and Flow the other day, and Busta Rhymes was in an episode, and you're like, wow, he actually talks like that, and you can't really change that. So I think with Sabrina here, it's really like her tonality really brought this up for me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that the entire like kind of laid back nonchalantness of her voice tonality here fits so well to the song, because I mean, if you listen to the lyric and everything, it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
it's really smart
for sure. And just one final note, perhaps. You mentioned the other team that made this, right? So we got Julian Bunetta, Amy Allen, Steph Jones, and they're all co-writers as well as producers. And I think this is a key thing with pop music that people may not realize, and I myself didn't realize until a few years in, that a lot of pop records are made by teams, because there's so many incredible elements going on. Like we were saying at the start, drums, bass, all of these different tracks. You do really need like different creative brains coming together to like fit it together. So I think in the odd time you might get a solo producer making like amazing pop music, but the best of the best is done by groups. And I think it's the thing I'll take away from this is, if this is the style of music you're interested in making, or in general any style, can you collaborate with people? Can you find people who also, even if they're other writers, producers, like even melody writers, top liners, find them and work with them, because I think that's when like real great pop music is made.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, tying back to your point from the beginning, like about we specialize in different things as producers. Like you specialize in there. I mean, I've heard tracks where I'm seeing like 15 people on a song, and it's because they got the best of the best 808 programmer, best of the best like sound designer, best of the best like drum programmer. Like they just wanted to make it as good as they possibly could. And that's the thing. We all specialize in different things.
Yeah, and age isn't actually a factor. Like I've worked with producers who were much younger than me, and I was like,
true.
wow, like I couldn't like that. You added so much. So I think really be open-minded to collaboration is the tip.
100%.
But
with that, any closing thoughts?
No, I think yeah, we covered all of them from my end.
Yeah, same here.
Amazing.
Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, leave a follow down below, because we know that most of you that are watching these videos aren't subscribed.
We see it.
Yes,
we see it. Yes, and as always, try to take one of these tips into your next song when you make it next week. Keep one that stood out to you in mind. I'd love to see more drum fills, but whatever it stood out to you guys, get it out into your music, because you're learning from some of the greatest. And please suggest what songs you want to hear next.
Yes, do that in the comments down below. And also, I want to try that. Smash that like button, and let's see if it ended up in the thing. Because apparently, if you say that in the video, it like lights up. So I just wanted to see if it works.
I didn't know that actually. Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right.
All right. For now, peace out.
Peace out, everyone. Bye.